County helicopter 165, Juliet Charlie inbound.
All right, so I think this is, you know, you're starting to get the hang of this, definitely.
Yeah.
So now we'll switch it up.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, how can I go direct to Bloom from here?
All right. So here's what we're gonna do.
So
you're gonna go home.
You go home.
And flight plan.
And flight plan. This one.
Yep. And now you're gonna hit menu.
Menu.
You're kind of like in a little bit of a turn here.
Okay.
Okay. And you're gonna say invert.
Invert.
Invert. Yep. So now we're going to Bloomsburg.
Okay.
Hit back.
Hit back.
And go to proc.
To proc.
And say approach.
County traffic.
Approach.
And approach will be the only one we can do is the RNAV because VOR is out.
Okay.
And transition will be Sellinsgrove.
Okay.
Load and activate.
Left 247
now. Okay.
Left 247.
Now, since we're basically over the VOR, we can cheat a little bit, and we can say activate leg on JMIP and go this way. All right?
Yeah.
So if I go back, I could go to map or default nav, either one. And we're going to JMIP. All right? So go ahead and bring up your chart for this approach. This is like real world IFR here. You're having to like do this stuff in flight, right?
Approach, RNAV. This is the one.
And what's the altitude that you want to fly over from the Sellinsgrove VOR? 3,200, right?
3,200.
All right, we'll go ahead and descend down to 3,200.
Okay.
How far are you from JMIP right now?
9.4 miles.
Okay. So about how long is it going to take you to get there?
I can change the...
Okay, about 6 minutes, or you can go back to default nav and it'll tell you.
This one, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're doing 90 knots, it's about a mile and a half per minute, right? And that's why it was 9 miles, so I said about 6 minutes. But we are doing a little bit better than that right now in terms of our ground speed. Okay, so we're heading to JMIP. We'll be there in about 4 minutes.
We have full stop for Sierra 7 on the mic.
So I'm going to decrease my altitude to
3,200.
3,200.
All right, and once you get to JMIP, what do you have to do next?
Then JMIP is this one. I'm gonna change I'm gonna continue the same heading actually.
Okay.
But
do you have to do a procedure turn at JMIP and enter that hold or no?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Says no PT.
Ah.
Right.
I missed
That's
that.
why.
Okay.
Yeah, since we started the Sellinsgrove VOR, we don't need to do the procedure turn. Alright, so we're going to come down to 3,200, and then we're going to fly to JMIP, which we're 6 miles away from, and then what are we going to do after that?
After that, we can go down to, see.
On your check ride, if you got a little low like that, you want to immediately get back. Right, because what are your tolerances for your check ride?
100 feet.
Yeah, plus or minus 100.
Plus or minus 100.
Except for the last segment,
yeah.
Then it's plus 100 minus 0.
Yeah. So this is 3,200 until I get to JMIP, and then I can decrease to 2,500.
That is correct. What is significant about JMIP? Anything?
JMIP
It's an intermediate fix or an initial fix, depending. Not an initial fix for us, though, is it? Right, because we started at the Sellinsgrove VOR, so.
Almost 1 mile. And then after a JMAP, I can decrease my altitude to 2,500.
And how far is JMAP from the airport?
Point W traffic, assessors on RNAV-B
JMAP from the airport.
4 miles out for landing.
5 is 10 miles.
Okay.
10 miles according to this, right?
All right. And looks like
Valley traffic.
you passed it.
Okay.
7 Valley traffic.
All right, because it's highlighting full of. It's telling you LNAV. You have lateral navigation, but not a vertical, right? For this particular approach. All right, so you're coming down to 2,500, and your next fixed is what?
Full EV.
All right, anything significant about full EV?
Full EV is the final approach fix.
Okay. And once you get there, how low can you go?
After the final approach fix, full EV, I can go down to and continue until
1560. But you're going to round up to 1600, right?
yeah. Where do you see that altitude? I don't see that.
Right there.
Okay, 1560. This is
Yep.
the minimal.
Yep. So you have 200 feet and 2.5 miles to your next fix.
Closer traffic, Sky Counter Charlie Foxtrot, 7 to the west, inbound, GPS approach, slow.
Half mile. Remember, this approach also is a little bit strange in that there's a small turn at full of as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
73. All right, coming up on full of. There it is. Go ahead and start bringing her down to 1600. She's got 900 feet to go, 4.7 miles.
The heading is 73.
Bloomsburg Municipal Airport. Automated advisory. Wind 320 at 6 knots. With gust 2, 8.
1600.
3.
Going down.
Celsius. Dew point 2, 1. Celsius. Altimeter 2. 9er 0. Density out.
Get off on INT7, and then we'll land, and then we can get out of your way.
Closer traffic, Sky Counter Charlie Foxtrot is 3 miles to the west. We're inbound on the GPS approach. We will probably circle for 274.
Alright, so you got another 400 feet you can descend. 200 feet, 2.8 miles, 2.7 miles. $100 feet, 2.4 miles. $50 feet, 2.2 miles. There's your altitude, leveling off, 1.8 miles to go. Hold that 1600, hold that 100. 1.5 miles. 1.3. All right, you can go visual.
Okay, what is, oh, okay. Can we go to 7?
Yep. The winds are favoring 27, so go
Okay.
ahead and circle for that.